Now we are going to discuss the graphical representation of data. That how we can represent the data on a graph. Fine, we have three different methods. I'll be discussing one by one. So today I'm discussing first of all the bar graph. Fine, we are discussing bar graph. You have done this in your previous classes also. Without going much in the theory, I'll be explaining each and everything with the help of example. Fine. Now this is the table given to us. We have to show this data in the form of a bar graph. Now what is a bar graph? You all know that we represent the data in the form of vertical bars. Fine. So for that, this is mode of transport and number of students are given to us. For that, firstly we'll check the range. Fine. Range means like what gaps should I take on the y-axis. Like here the minimum value is 4 and maximum is up to 27. So I have taken the gaps of 5, 10, 15 and maximum up to 30 because I need the highest value 27. So that depends upon you. You can take the gaps of 2 units, 5, 10, 10. That depends upon the values here. Fine. Now on x-axis we have to draw the bars and that will be vertically like this, and on y-axis we have to write the frequency. Fine. And on x-axis when we have to plot the bars, these gaps also should be equal. Fine. As I have taken on graph paper, they are already given 1 box, that gap. So here also the gap of 1 box. Fine. Now if I talk about the first value, that is car. For car we need the value 4. Fine. So suppose I draw it. First value, this part we will leave blank. From here we will start. Now 4 will be somewhere here less than 5. So I am taking from here. Fine. So this part is for car. So here I can write car or here you can write as you wish. Suppose I have written car here. Fine. Then second value is for bus we need 27. Now we will leave one block. Then we will start for next. Fine. So from here we need the value 27. 27 will be somewhere here. So this and then this. So it was for bus and you can mention the values here. This was 27, this was 4. Similarly now scooter, that we need 12. So it will be again leaving one block. It will be somewhere here. So this was 12 and this is for scooter. Next again leaving one block, we need the value 19. 19 will be here somewhere less than 20. So we will draw this value is 19 and this is bicycle. Similarly last rickshaw, for that we need 8. Somewhere here only. This is for rickshaw. Fine. And one more thing we have to mention here, like this was number of students. So you will write here number of students. And what was this? This we will write as modes of transport. So this way we represent our bar graph. You can see these vertical bars. Y-axis we have to take the frequency, x-axis we have to take the another value whichever is given in the question. Fine. Next we will be discussing the another type of graphical representation. Next type of graphical representation we are going to discuss is histogram. Now histogram is always used to represent a continuous grouped data. Fine. You can see the table here. I have taken the continuous 10 to 20, 20 to 30. So if in question it is given in uncontinuous form, fine, or you can say inclusive form, and it is said that draw the histogram. So first of all you need to convert that discontinuous form into continuous form, then only you will be able to plot a histogram. Fine. And one more thing, here you can see that class intervals are of equal size. So if we can plot the histogram in two conditions, if the class intervals are equal or if the class intervals are unequal. So here we are plotting it for equal class intervals. Fine. I'll be discussing in the next part the unequal classes also. Again the same, on y-axis we have to take frequency, that is number of things, and on x-axis the classes. Fine. Now you can see here 7, 11, 9, this and this. So I have taken the scale like this: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 and 16 was the highest. So I have taken it up to 16. Fine. And what is this? These are our number of students. And here now how you have to take the values? You have to take the lower limits. We will write 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Up to 80 is sufficient. And what is this? This is marks. Now how we have to plot it? You can see here 10 to 27 students. So how we'll do 10 to 27. This way, this value was 7. Now next is 20 to 30. So here we don't have to leave any gap as we left in the histogram. Fine. Now 20 to 30 we need, I said as we left in the bar graph, sorry. So 20 to 30 will be now 11. So from here only 20 will go up to 11 and this 30 will also go up to 11. This is 11. Next 30 to 40 is 9. So this will be somewhere here. This is 9. This is 30 to 40. Then 40 to 50 is 13. That means I need it up to here. This value is 13. 50 to 60 is 16. So we'll extend it up to 16. And then 60 to 70 we need 4. So this will be here. This is 4. And last 70 to 80 is 2. Fine. So this is our histogram. You can see here we have not left any gaps in between. That is why histogram is always used to represent the continuous form of data. Fine. I hope the difference is clear. In bar graphs we were drawing the bars, leaving the gaps in between, and here we don't have to leave any gap as it is a continuous form of data. Fine. So this was for regular, or you can say equal class interval.